Now let's program the Mastery Paths module so that it works properly. First things first, we'll need to go into each of these assignments here for the 3 different paths. And I'll show you what we need to do. We'll click Edit. We'll head down to the Assign panel for each of these. Notice that currently this assignment is assigned to everyone. X out of that and choose Mastery Paths. So now this page of content here will only be accessible to those students that have this page of content assigned to them through the Mastery Paths process. Let's go ahead and click Save. We'll do that for the rest of the other 2 paths. We'll open up Path 2. Uncheck everyone, choose Mastery Paths. Last one. All right. The summative assessment will be assigned to everyone, and I can control that through the availability window of the Assign panel. But this is one here, the source assignment here is really what is going to choose that path for those students, their scores of which will be used to determine whether or not they're path 1, 2, or 3. Let's click Edit. These tabs up at the top here allow us to access those questions. Remember, we put 10 multiple choice questions into this classic quiz. We'll click on the Mastery Paths tab though. This is where we can assign those different pathways. So a student that receives 7 points or better on this 10-point quiz, let's click on this plus sign, they're going to be doing the New Quizzes case study. They're path 3. Select that. Students that get a score on that source assignment that's between 4 to 7 points out of 10, they'll be the path 2 folks. Now if you don't see these different items show up, it's because you didn't assign those items to the mastery path instead of to everybody. All right, so just be very careful about that. That first step here is to go through each of those path assignments and make sure that they're assigned to the mastery path. Click Add Item, and then those students that do from 0 upwards to 4 points are going to be working with that page of content, and probably pretty structured here, right? This teacher will be involved with those discussion prompts there. So now we have 3 different pathways. If I wanted to add something additional here, let's say that the students that were 7 points or better here, maybe they're going to also get that page of content. I can have, notice that there's this ampersand here between path 3 and path 1. I can click on that. I can give students choice here, or I click on it again. I can require that they do both of these things. But I don't want to confuse this, so let's get rid of that. We're going to have 3 choices in the end. Let's click Save, and we'll go back to the module. And now you can see how our Mastery Path module has changed, giving us those different point values for each of those different options. Let's click Publish Module and All Items to see what this looks like from the student perspective. Click View as Student. Notice that those different pathways are locked. They won't be able to see their choice until they first do the source assignment. Note that they can just jump to the summative assessment if they wanted to. That's why I would suggest using that Assign panel to really lock down that assessment if you don't want students to access it before they finish their pathways. And that's how you get a Mastery Path module set up.